Godzilla Minus One has made box office history. It is taking the #1 spot as of today.
あれはゴジラ。
This article from comicbook.com, Godzilla Minus One is about to become film's underdog of the year. Not long ago, the big monster movie made its debut in Japan, and now Godzilla Minus One has made its launch in America. The provocative blockbuster has since become a bona fide hit with the United States, and its latest box office milestone just made history. It says here on Monday, the daily box office totals put the film in first place, which marks a historic rank for Toho's Godzilla franchise. So Monday of this week, December 4th, the daily domestic office ranked Godzilla Minus One in first place with a gross of 1.23 million USD. The Hunger Games took second place with its prequel, while Animal sat in third place. The top 5 picks rounded up with Napoleon and The Shift. As you can imagine, this box office accolade has put Godzilla Minus One in a nice spot by taking the top spot at the domestic box office. The kaiju flick broke a 19-year record. After all, it's been nearly 2 decades since a non-English live-action film managed to crown the US box office. It seems word of mouth has put Godzilla Minus One in the spotlight. Then moviegoers are returning to see how Toho's new movie fares. After all, Godzilla Minus One is the first Toho movie to tackle the beast since Shin Godzilla dropped in 2016. Godzilla Minus One is directed and written by Takashi Yamazaki. I'll note he also did the VFX work for it. This latest blockbuster is being hailed as the best to ever tackle Godzilla, with a certified fresh ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, like we care about that. The hype for Godzilla Minus One is nothing but complimentary. I'd agree with that. So if you've not seen the Godzilla movie, you can find it in theaters now. And in fact, as I understand it, they have extended its theatrical run till December 14th. This is obviously great news for kaiju fans and fans of Godzilla Minus One. We're really excited, of course, that this film has been as successful as it has. I had my criticisms about the film. I don't feel like any film can be completely perfect, but this one, pretty darn good. We're big fans, of course, of seeing Godzilla on the big screen and dominating the box office, especially since it's our favorite monster here. I find it interesting that the Godzilla X Kong trailer debuted after all the hype of Godzilla Minus One has had its moment in the spotlight. Now, of course, we have that to look forward to in the near future too, but let's stick with Godzilla Minus One a little bit. I've already been on a few live streams talking about Godzilla Minus One.
What a spectacle. I mean, Toho just did a fantastic job.
Even my wife loved the film too, and she's not a Godzilla fan, and she even was like, yeah, this is pretty good stuff. And I plan on seeing it actually tomorrow again for my second time. And again, I don't want it to be like if it's recency bias or whatever, but it is to me the perfect Godzilla film.
Something like 74% of people said that they cried while watching it. And then Stand By Me Doraemon came out a few years later, and then like 88% of people said they cried during that. So yeah, both of the times my wife went to go see Minus One, she really teared up. So
well, yeah, Yamazaki's there. Please give me your tears.
Yes, exactly.
I want to taste them, right? There's been some mixed reviews out there, but overall I feel like fans like it. Again, we have some of our criticisms, but this film really has the entertainment value to it. It's set in a period piece that makes it very interesting, and it is a foreign film, which also makes it very interesting because we're not used to a lot of foreign films here in the United States. And here's a foreign film that just took the top place. Of course, not being really thrilled about what's happening in Hollywood these days, not a lot of movies that I'm excited or thrilled about going to the theaters and seeing. I'll say I'm, of course, excited about the Legendary series, the MonsterVerse Godzilla films that are coming out. The Monarch series on Apple TV. And of course, I love Dune, so that's coming out soon.
Look who's back from the dead. I will do what must be done.
So excited to see that, but otherwise, Hollywood's just not hitting all the marks for me and getting me to go out there to the big screen and really clamor to see these films. So I'd say this is the opportunity now for monster fans to really digest all of this content that's coming out, the giant monster content, the kaiju content. Big fan of all of that. I think it's due time that we move away from some of the superhero franchise. I think it's had its moment in the spotlight. It's time to get into giant monsters. Why not? Already, I think there's been some mixed reviews on the new Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire, specifically when it comes to Godzilla and his design. Some fans look at the fact that he has pink or magenta dorsal fins and are like, oh, no, they ruined it. Other fans are kind of like, oh, that's so cool, I love it. And then there's fans like me that are like, it's okay. Regardless of what you think, we're getting kaiju content on the big screen, so keep doing what you're doing. Legendary, keep doing what you're doing. Toho, I hope this film gets another extended release in the big screen. Of course, I'm always grateful to get this on home media, so we better have a really great copy of it out there, DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K after it's had its theatrical run. I also think there's an opportunity for the amusement parks, maybe Universal, somewhere here to actually bring Godzilla the Ride over here to the United States. I think it'd be a big hit. Anyways, that's all we have for you today here on the Monster Report, so check out Godzilla Minus One if you haven't already, or even if you have, maybe check it out for a second, third, fourth, fifth time, however many times you want to see it on the big screen, it's well worth it. So for me, Nick Adam, this has been another episode of the Monster Report. Like, subscribe, smash that like button, atomic blast that subscribe button. Find us on Twitter, also known as X, Facebook, and on Instagram. And we will catch you on another episode of the Monster Report.